Speak. Hey internet pals, so today I'm going to do something that I was planning on doing in October, mainly because October was Bully Awareness Month, so I figured this would be a great video for that. But I figured now, why wait? It's going to be forever for me to do it, so I'm just going to do it now. So this is my story of how I dealt with suicidal thoughts, depression, and bullying. I had a pretty okay childhood, 1st grade through 3rd grade. Everything was fine, you know, a lot of people were nice to me. When I finally hit 4th grade, I kind of realized that, oh, not everyone is a nice person. 4th grade is when I started getting bullied, and it was the absolute worst. I got bullied by this kid named Alan. That's his actual name. I'm not going to throw subliminal messages because I don't give a damn. It's like tall, like really like muscular for like a 4th grader. I think he stayed back. I don't know. He was my first ever bully, and he made fun of me because of how my voice sounded. You know, he's like, oh, because you're a boy, you have a really high voice. And then, you know, that started like the gay jokes. He must be a punk and this, that, the third. So it kind of like really, it scarred me, I guess you can say, because that's when I started to have like self-esteem problems. Because like, well, if I'm not like every other boy who has like a deep voice, like it's something wrong with me, am I broken? So it kind of like, I started to like hate myself because it's like, well, I'm not really like everyone else. I'm different from the other boys, why is that? So I went through 4th grade, dealt with that. 5th grade, same thing. In 6th grade, that's when it got a little bit more harsher. I got bullied, you know, same old things, you know, my voice, how I dress, how I look. I didn't have the same shoes as everybody else, stupid things. But the bullying got more harsh. It was more like, oh, you're pathetic, you're worthless, you're never gonna make it in life, you should just kill yourself. Like, I got told some very harsh things for like a 6th grader. Like, it was the worst. And that's when I got depression, because I had terrible low self-esteem. And I wasn't happy with myself, and I was like, you know, I'm not good enough for the world, and, you know, maybe I should just do something about it. At that time in 6th grade, I didn't really have like a specific bully. It was more like me versus everyone. I was by myself. I didn't really have any friends, and I tried my best to deal with it, of course, because that's what I tried to do. I tried to always look at the bright side of things, but at that time, I couldn't anymore. I couldn't like put on a show. I just couldn't. I remember, I don't know what happened, but it got like really bad. Like around like the holiday times, like the bullying kind of like doubled, I guess. Cause I did get bullied like almost every day. And it like doubled. It seemed like I got bullied more. I remember one time I came home and I just went on a rampage. I like destroyed the house, destroyed the Christmas decorations. I was like so upset at myself because I felt like, oh, because of how I am, that's why I got bullied. So I blamed myself for getting bullied. And I felt like it was my fault. That was the same night I had my first suicide attempt, which was almost successful. And I don't mind telling you all what I did. I took like a random bottle of prescription pills from my mom's medicine cabinet, took the whole thing, and I blacked out for like a while. And it felt like I had like an outer body experience because like I was watching myself like black out. And I was like, okay, this isn't what I thought it would be. Maybe you should get up. Like, can you get up please? Cause no, I take it back. Humor is how I deal with things, by the way. So if I laugh, it's fine. So I was like, well, I guess this is what death is like. You watch yourself die and then you die. I blacked out for like a sufficient amount of time, to the point that I probably should have died that day. But a miracle happened. I woke up, and as soon as I like gained consciousness, I like immediately threw up. And I threw up all the pills. And I always think, oh, that was my miracle moment. You know, God was like, hey, what we're not going to do, bitch, is have you die this damn early. But that didn't stop me. So fast forward from 6th grade to 7th grade. That's when the bullying got worse. It came from verbal bullying to being verbal and physical. And at that time I had 2 bullies. One was Wade and one was Trayvon. It was like monkey in the middle. When one person wasn't bullying me, the other person was. It was kind of hard to deal with that every single day I went to school. You know, and of course I tried my best to like just smile about it. By the way, I never told anyone that I was getting bullied, like at all. In my life, like I told none of my family, none of my friends. I tried to hide it. 7th grade, my bullying was like really like life or death. like threatening kind of thing. Wade, he was like a really like super tall guy. He had like a criminal history. He was a 7th grader with a house arrest bracelet. That just was like, he would bully me like really bad, like physical. Like I would come home with bruises. He would like physically like beat on me. And I had my bruises. He pushed me down the stairs one time. Not just like 2-3 stairs. He pushed me like a whole entire like flight of stairs. I didn't have any serious injuries, but I just had like some really bad bruises. And it was really sore, but like I got through that. It was one time he pushed me so hard in the hallway that like on the little floors, linoleum floors. I don't think that's how you say it. It sounds like aluminum, but it's linoleum? You know, like the floors you see at school. He pushed me so hard, I had burn marks going like down both of my arms. I don't have any like scars. He like really abused me, basically. And one day, the thing that kind of like made me like really concerned about like my life was when one day we were in class. Our teacher had went out to go like print some papers so we could do an assignment. That was like 2-3 floors down. Our class was on like the top floor. And we were in class, you know, talking or whatever. I was talking to the person who was sitting next to me at my desk. And waiting for the teacher to come back. And I just remembered, I looked forward to somebody standing in front of me. It was Wade. And he had a gun. Not a toy gun, not a BB gun, actual gun. And I remember the gun. It was a silver gun, and it was like, out this song. I don't know the name of guns. I'm not a Republican. So I don't just like memorize the name of guns. So of course my first initial reaction was like, move his hand out of my face. I kept like shoving his hand out of my face. I think about like the 4th, 5th time I did that. He like went in his pocket, he pulled out the bullets, loaded the gun, he pointed in my face, and he said, if you touch me one more time, I'm pulling the trigger. I remember just everything was silent. Everyone in the room just turned around and looked. It was like, what is happening right now? And I was terrified. And I was scared because like, is this how I'm gonna die? I expected it to be a little bit more elaborate, but I guess I'm gonna die today. It was like a good solid minute of just like everybody just staring and me just like staring at him. One girl in class, she got up, she's like, wait, put the gun down. Calm down. The only thing that I said to him was like, wait, get the gun out of my face. He was like, oh, if you want me to get the gun out your face, you have to get it out your face. And he was like, but remember what I said. If you touch me, I'm pulling the trigger and I'm gonna put a bullet through your head. And it was the worst thing I've ever heard in life. I've heard many worse things, but that was the worst. Top one. More people like started getting up, like, wait, calm down. Slowly like gathering around us, like trying to calm him down. He wasn't mad. He was like just calm, just with a gun like in my face. And it was the worst thing I've ever experienced. After he like stood there for like a good while, I just remember he laughed, put the gun down, walked back to his seat, put it away, and then act like nothing happened. And I was just stuck. I was like, I don't know what to do. Because I was terrified. I was like, I'm gonna die today. After a while, our teacher came back. The room was like dead silent. She came in there like, oh, what's going on? Y'all real quiet. Y'all must have been up to something. And no one said anything. I didn't say anything. I was still like in shock. And I remember she just started teaching. And I just stormed out the classroom. I went in the bathroom. I cried my eyes out. Almost had like an asthma attack. Which was like weird because I haven't had like an inhaler since like 5th grade. So it was like, it was weird, but I almost felt like I had an asthma attack, but I was like freaking out. Then I had like another rampage moment. I went home, I destroyed everything because I was upset at myself. I kept saying, oh, this is my fault. This is the reason why I'm being bullied, because I'm just being me. And, you know, I hated myself more, lowered my self-esteem more. You know, I wasn't happy with myself. And then this is when I attempted suicide again. Tried to slit my wrist, didn't work. Fast forward, 8th grade. The bullying kept happening. Wade was gone, but of course I still had my other bully, Trayvon. And then I had another guy named Devontae who was bullying me at the same time. So it was like nothing changed, but just a different person. It was more physical. I guess you could say I got abused more. I had like another like mental breakdown. And I didn't like destroy anything this time. I tried to like commit suicide a 3rd time. And that didn't work. And the thing that stopped me from committing suicide was actually my dog. Because I remember I was sitting in the hallway. It was dark because I closed all the doors in the hallway. So it was like dark in the hallway, but it was like daytime. And I was like in the hallway like crying against the wall. I had more pills. And so I was going to do what I did the first time. Snowball like cautiously like walked up to me like down the hallway. It was like he was scared to come to me, but he knew something was wrong. And he like slowly and cautiously walked towards me, and I just remember he like laid his head on my lap and just looked at me, and I looked at him like bawling my eyes out, like Kim Kardashian almost. And when I looked at his face, it was like he was looking at me like, I understand something's wrong. I don't know what it is that's wrong with you, human, but human, I know you're sad. So Snowball saved my life the third time, which is why I owe my life to that sweet, sweet little monster of a dog. Fast forward, I got bullied in 9th grade, got bullied in 10th grade, and then I was like, you know what? I can't deal with this anymore. I need to find a way to like stick up for myself, because it's like I can't keep going through people having this like control over me. So I made like this defense mechanism, which is like basically I was like, well, just be witty and like a smart ass to people. When they try to be rude to you, be rude to them. Kind of like Bianca Del Rio, if you know who that is. I built like that kind of like defense wall. It worked, and I'm happy it did. After that, I became more comfortable with myself. My self-esteem came back up, obviously, because now I'm the most conceited person ever, according to like comments that I've received in my YouTube videos. It took a while to get it back up there, but it's up there. I'm currently 6 years without having a breakdown. I almost had one in October, but I got through it because I'm not a weak bitch. I haven't had suicidal thoughts or tried to commit suicide in over 6 years. So, you know, I'm proud of myself for that. I got through it all, and it's a miracle, you know, and I've been through a lot. And I feel like it made me the person who I am today. The reason why I decided to tell you this story is not because I want your pity, but mainly because I feel like someone out there needs to hear this story. Someone out there probably needs to hear this story to be like, oh, well, I'm not alone. Because I know when you feel like depressed and suicidal, you feel like you're alone. And it's like, I don't want anyone to feel like how I felt. And feel like, okay, I have no one on my side. I have no support. I'm by myself. That's not true. Even though I'm some complete stranger talking to you through a screen, I just want you to know that I'm here for you and I support you and you're not alone. You know, if you want to talk to someone, you can definitely talk to me. I don't mind listening to your problems. I don't mind, you know, helping you get through what you're going through. I'm here for it because I don't want you to go through that. You know, I know how it feels to feel alone. Fun fact, because I was getting bullied at a very young age, I was not legal, but at a very young age, I got this tattoo. This little tattoo of a lightning bolt. I drew it myself. I was at a tattoo party and I was like, look, give me a tattoo right now. The little lightning bolt is a symbol of my inner strength, my inner happiness. This tattoo was always a reminder to me, be like, hey, what they say isn't true. You know, make sure you love yourself. You have that strength. I got this when I was like at a very young age. The tattoo artist did not ID people at that party, so I could have got 15 tattoos if I wanted to. Don't judge me. But if you're someone going through depression or having suicidal thoughts or going through bullying, hopefully now you know you have a friend that you can talk to if you would like to. I'm more than happy to talk to you about whatever situation you're going through. That's it for me. You know, do the usual thumbs up, comment if you want. I'm not going to force you because this video wasn't entertaining at all. So you probably don't want to like it and comment, but that's fine. If you're a return subscriber, hey, welcome back, friend. I love you. You matter to me. I love you. I support you and everything that you do. So you're not alone. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button because every time you subscribe, I become a little bit more magical. As always, I'll see you all next time. Bye.